Do you sometimes get bored with the same old white people seasonings like lemon pepper or Montreal steak? Do you wish your sleepy rural town had more culture? Have you ever dreamed of taking your new Fed Post date out for dinner, sampling the finest exotic cuisine right in your own backyard? Well, come on down to Mogadishu Buffet, serving all of your favorite authentic dishes like mud cookies, partially digested grass from camel's stomach, wild leaves. Everyone loves our hut-style recipes. Come on down to Mogadishu Buffet. We're your family now.
Tonight on PNG Weekly, we celebrate the best of 2025 with the PNG Weekly 2025 Superlatives. We have an interview with the host of Breakout new web program, PNG Weekly, Freddie S. And of course, the week's top news stories, all that and more, tonight on PNG Weekly! Hello, this is PNG Weekly. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I am your host, Freddie S. Let's dive into it. It's the second annual Vivek Ramaswamy Award for Outstanding Achievement in the field of crashing out for the Christmas season. Well, it's obviously time for the annual Vivek Ramaswamy Christmas Crashout, where he lectures Americans whose families have been here for 400 years that they are not actually uniquely American at all. And as long as you have said the Pledge of Allegiance and followed the law, that you are in fact a true red-blooded American patriot, on equal footing as John Hancock or Frederick Douglass. I believe Sam Hyde said it best in that the only response needed to this is, "Hey, faggot." If you are in Ohio, vote Casey Putsch in the primary. It looks like he is the best choice thus far. Hey babe, wake up! A new patch for Farming Simulator just dropped, and you can rebel against the government. Protests in Brussels and also in southwestern France have seen the farmers being extremely based while standing up against proposed regulations that would import cheap South American agricultural goods and also mandatory herd culling in France. The farmers have been supplying potatoes for DIY munitions and also spraying fertilizer on public offices and police. And that is a good thing. Vive la France, and long live our farmers. Now that a homeless gentleman on Reddit has cracked the case on the Brown shooter and the MIT shooter, the FBI is enlisting the help of other unhomed people and the social media website to help with other unsolved cases. The new division is now being known as the Special Homeless Investigative Team and is being touted as the next breakthrough in community law enforcement. We reached out to Special Agent from the FBI, Brad Fucksguys, for comment, and he said, "Oh yeah, it's pretty sweet. We just get a bunch of cheap burner phones from Walmart and install the Reddit app, hand them out to the homeless, and sit back and wait around with the boys at the office. It couldn't be easier. Eventually, we get a call and we go out to the investigator's tent to our domicile and see what kind of information he came up with. Then we get our arrest." Sounds like a sound strategy. Move over K-pop demon hunters. A new viral dance craze is taking Japan by storm that is inspired by homeless fentanyl addicts from America. The Japanese and Asians in general are really known for deep diving in on an aspect of foreign culture and really locking in, sometimes doing a better job than the genuine artifact, and I feel that this is no exception. All the stars are here for Turning Point USA America Fest, where the big topics on hand are celebrating Israel and discussing Nick Fuentes' impact on the Republican Party. Ben Shapiro chastised Tucker, everyone clapped back against Ben, and Erica Kirk brought out Nicki Minaj for a beautiful Yas Queen moment. Amid all the fireworks and fanfare, could they even be bothered to play Starships? No, they could not. All right, stay tuned for a special interview with myself.
Okay, just read this where I heard him. Okay. Hi, this is Kenny Fremont, Start and Center for your local Blue Devils, and I'm here to tell you all about full body test. You an old man and you need some more energy in your life? Well, try this then. Full body test, now made with 90% bull semen. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? You motherfuckers are taking this?
Full body test. Available now.
So happy to have our next guest joining us. He is new to the political dissident media landscape, but has been making quite a dent in the scene so far. Here he is, the host of P&G Weekly, Freddie S. Freddie, so glad to have you here with us. Please, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and where you come from? Well, thank you for having me. This setup is a little strange, but I don't want to break the continuity of your little universe here, so here goes. Well, I come from a small town in very upstate New York. I grew up in a trailer, pretty poor, but made some headway in my 30s. Married now, father to a young son. Kind of a jack of all trades and have gotten my hand into many different pies, but I work in IT now essentially. I am in currently and have been in bands most of my adult life. And because of that, I was focused on sex, drugs, rock and roll, and not really knowledgeable about politics or anything of that nature. Factory settings at default lib. I voted for Obama, et cetera, et cetera. Bernie Sanders seemed appealing in 2016. To the default lib mindset, and I followed along on Reddit, then on to WikiLeaks, r/the Donald, then to Poll, and lurked around. I was disgusted by Pizzagate at the time and still am. Same goes for the January 6ers being left to rot in jail. I am physically revolted that the president did not pardon them before he left office in his first term. I have been politically homeless since then, pretty much. Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Why did you decide to make a dissident web show this year? Well, obviously, I've been frustrated by the system as a whole. Growing up as I did, I saw firsthand how the system punishes poor people. A simple speeding ticket can be enough to set you back years if you are living paycheck to paycheck. I sympathize a lot with poor people of every color. If I hadn't known any better, I would have thought I was a black man by the amount of times I have been targeted by the cops because of my shitty car, rolling out of bars after gigs on late weekend nights, hassled for riding a skateboard in my younger years. Being from New York, COVID was a major pain in the ass up here. The taxes are shit, the gun-grabbing nature by the Dems, the SAFE Act, unending corruption. There's like so many problems you can find to lash out at. But anyway, seeing all the misery day in, day out, I felt there wasn't enough lightheartedness and like comedy on the scene. Everything is like very serious, doom and gloom, Civil War type shit, which, you know, rightly it is, and everyone should be up to date on all those things. But I felt we needed a little more laughter about the subjects, kind of like the Tim Dillon show. But we don't need more podcasts or full-on rants. I always loved SNL growing up, and Norm Macdonald was one of the best to ever do the fake news. So I took that as inspiration and went with it. SNL obviously still exists, and they say they come at the stories from the middle, but we know that's bullshit. So I had this idea earlier in the year with intentions of putting a plan together and rolling the dice. I have a ton of equipment over the years from bands and other different projects. It was still in the loose idea stage, and then Charlie Kirk got killed. I felt I had to immediately do something. So there was something inside of my body that just kind of like pulled me to do it. It's hard to explain. I am a Christian, but I'm not a great one, so I'm not going to claim that it was God talking to me, but I do try to be a good Christian, but I fail miserably often. But anyway, that's how I started the show. Interesting. So did you ever think to come up with your own original idea instead of stealing one from Norm Macdonald? Actually, no. That was my first inclination. A comedy show with fake news and funny pictures. Then I thought it could be like 3 segments, the news, an interview with a person of interest from the week, and like a tier list type segment where you could like rate Epstein Island artwork or, you know, whatever kind of pull-tard, esoteric, interesting subjects. But it's all in good fun, and I'm still kind of figuring it out. It really is just a hobby. I don't plan on asking for money or seeking out sponsorships or anything dumb like that. I still wage cuck. It's amateur hour over here. I couldn't see myself charging for this dumbass shit. Okay, well, I guess that is a different spin on it. Well, season 1 was a roaring success, all things considered. Talk a little bit about that, and what will season 2 have in store for us? Yeah, season 1 went great. I was expecting 0 views, and I got way more than that. So it's been a mostly positive reception, some negativity, but that's to be expected when you are punching in every direction. Season 2, more of the same, more fake news, more fake advertisements, more fake interviews, maybe some sketches. I have some ideas for some other type of show content, like a call-in advice show to help young guys with like addiction. I kind of want to do like something with like movies or music, like a review show, Siskel and Ebert style, maybe. I don't know. I definitely feel 2026 censorship is coming back in a big, big way. But we got to continue to talk about the issues that we need to talk about in a way that we can remain platformed. We don't want to sell out. We don't want to compromise, but we got to keep the pressure on. We got to keep moving the needle. Got to keep waking normies up. We gained a lot of ground seemingly this year, so the Hydra has many, many heads, more than enough to keep everyone busy. So if you are against U.S. foreign funding, if you are against feminism, against immigration, or any other topic of note, fight against it, bring awareness to it, get an X account, start posting, do whatever you can. Everyone can play a part. Primaries are coming up next year, and we'll see if we can make a play. A lot of people are laser focused, and you should be too. So anyway, have a Merry Christmas with your loved ones, and then it's time to get back to work. We got a damn country to save here. Well, thanks for taking the time, and that was very informative, and we certainly wish you much success for Season 2. Stay tuned as we check out the very best in 2025 with the P&G Weekly 2025 Superlatives. Stay with us.
Do you work long hours lurking on the dark web at your government job? Yeah. Do you sometimes get lonely while posting on 4chan how you're going to overthrow the government in Minecraft? Yeah, sometimes. How did you know that? Do you long to find someone who glows just as bright as you so you can bring internet Nazis and Palestinian extremists to justice? Oh yes, totally. Well, FedPost might be for you. Find your match on FedPost. FedPost, the dating app that glows.
Well, it's the end of the year, and we thought it would be a great time to look back and celebrate some of the unique happenings of 2025. Let's start it off with the most beloved comeback, Murdoch AMA on Old Sterling's channel. While I wish it was a little more than an AMA, I will take what I can get in this regard. The Murdoch crew definitely was a huge wake-up call for me when I discovered it. Absolutely love these guys and wish they could write an AI show or something in the future. Runner-up, John Cena heel turn. I don't get to keep up with wrestling much, but I still peek in once in a while to see how everything is going. And a heel John Cena retirement tour. It sounds pretty good on paper. I really couldn't come up with anything else for this one, but we'll go with that. Best use of AI to fire shots across the bow. The Will Stansel Show by Emily Yausis. The memes alone from this show are worth it. The Christmas special should be dropping soon, or possibly already has, so just go watch that next if you don't know. Miss Emily goes by many names, but she is a fierce Valkyrie warrior and will not relent until you say the words. She doesn't want to hear 13, and 15 is too many. But jokes aside, she is great, talented, funny, and a looker to boot. Runner-up, Jake G TV. Jake G goes hard as a motherfucker. Each shot in his videos is packed full of small details, little jokes. He is a must follow and watch. Go subscribe to him on X, YouTube, everywhere he is. Best movie, Weapons. I fucking love Zach Kreger. I love The Whitest Kids You Know. I miss Trevor Moore. But this is all we got left, and, it's fucking great. I loved Barbarian, and I love this, too. I give it all the thumbs. I love the little segmented story style, how it was told. It was, terrifying, hilarious, extremely sad at times. It really had it all. I really, really love Zach Kreger. I hope he makes movies forever. Runner-up, Superman 2025. I ended up watching this movie quite a few times. With my son. I actually liked it quite a bit. I always hated the Superman character, too many powers, all the Boy Scout shit. This movie was pretty interesting and only slightly gay. Lex Luthor was awesome. James Gunn, I really wish he would just leave his political takes at home and, off of his press tours, because I really want to like most of his movies. But God, he's insufferable. A lot of them are when they're like that, but I digress. Best new podcast, Derp with Kerp. I love Kurt Metzger. He is a chaotic bundle of energy and facts. Sometimes hard to follow, and you have to pause to look shit up sometimes, but it's a fun dive into the esoteric topics. Usually fun. Sometimes it's horrific, ritual, satanic essay, but I digress again. Regardless, there is a ton of informative guests, and you will be left with a bunch of topics to research after every episode. Runner up, the Nav Network. I kind of found Zeb and the crew a few weeks before Charlie Kirk was killed because they go live right when I leave work. YouTube tends to recommend the live channels. So I clicked on it to check it out, and I've been tuning in pretty much ever since then. They seem like a good bunch of dudes. I enjoy their programs quite a bit. Best old podcast, Tim Dillon Show. Timmy D, still the GOAT, always has the hot takes. Sometimes you get an off one like the immigration, but on the whole, he comes from the same kind of cloth that many of us do. He's got a good understanding of the working class and, the rich and American culture in general. Is he fat and gay and absurd? Well, of course, but he's a friend of the show, and I love him dearly. Runner up, Are You Garbage? Low-key, my favorite podcast ever. They never are political, but it's just always relatable stuff. Shout out to the homies and the bozos. Love these guys. Best album, Turnstile, Never Enough. I know these guys have been around quite a bit, but they're new to me. I'm old. Fucking sue me, all right? When I saw the double video for Seeing Stars and Birds, it was very intriguing. They just reminded me of early 2000s, like Deftones maybe kind of in a way, like soft and heavy, weaving between the both. I like the way the guitars sound, good grooves. The drummer, he's an assassin on that kit, so I checked out some of their other videos. I just really enjoy their vibe, so kudos. Runner up, Mason's Revolt Camp. This is a hometown band near where I'm from, and they really just have no boundaries. There's songs about camping, Bigfoot, secret recipes handed down from grandma. They'll write about anything at all, and they have a real heavy groove, like sludge, stoner metal type of vibe, Black Sabbath-y. Really cool, really fun. Check it out. Best appearance by the knife on a podcast or show. Nick on Piers, what can I say? The memes, the songs, the edits, Mr. Suds, me mum. I mean, this shit does not stop giving. There are new edits coming out to this day. The Daft Punk remix that came out yesterday, it's a banger. It's Christmas. It is really giving just, under the tree, the gifts are plentiful. So we feel like we're getting spoiled out here. Runner up is Nick and Gavin. This was hilarious for completely different reasons. Gavin would be like, hey, let's call my Jewish friend. They don't all think like that. When he would call the Jewish friend, in actuality, they do be thinking like that. And it was just hilarious to watch in real time. It was it was awesome. Funny. The creepiest Epstein photo. That weird-ass black glove. Can you imagine the smell on that thing? That thing has probably touched so many butts, I don't even want to think about it. Runner up, this dentist chair and these masks. All right, I don't care how low the copay is. I am not going here for dental work, no matter what. I could be in serious pain needing 7 teeth removed. Not fucking happening, my man. Best new meme. Me mum died in the holly. Like I said earlier with the peers, this one just keeps on giving, the songs, the images, it's too much. Really, 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 really funny. Runner up, close second, the JD Vance memes. Also, they started out strong in the summer with the weird hair and the weird looking one. The t-shirt wife beater one with Usha in the restaurant. That one is glorious. Like, so many awesome captions from that one. There's new ones coming out with the eating shit for Saki and Fuentes. So, good times. Best synth use in a song. Of course, NHH Kanye West. Is it a meme song? Of course. Is it kind of gay to sing about being a cuck? Obviously. Does the synth in this song go hard as fuck anyway? It sure fucking does. Runner-up, Not Robots, Ascend. This is slightly cheating, but, whatever. I liked a lot of the synth work that I did on this album, and we had this video come out earlier in the year, so I'm going with that. Goy slop that should sound alarmed, but didn't. The Baja Blast Pie. This looks radioactive. I can't even believe that it exists. I actually just took a small shit thinking about what it would be like to eat that. I'm horrified, and also I cannot look away. I appreciate Asmongold for taking one for the team, for us so he could... It looks disgraceful. Runner-up, the ice cream that just won't melt. Of course, we cannot have nice things anymore. Why would we be able to have some ice cream sandwiches that we can just give to a group of my kids' friends that are not made with forever chemicals and some kind of bullshit? Who can say? But I think the people responsible should be shot. Pause. In their general direction with a t-shirt cannon. And on the t-shirt, it says, I enjoy poisoning children. All right, that is it for season 1. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Jesus. We will be back for season 2 in a few short weeks. We will see you next time. Peace.